Imagine a morning teaching session in the courtyard of the Jerusalem temple. Calm, peaceful. Then, that peace is shattered by the sound of heavy footsteps. A group of scribes and Pharisees pushes through the crowd. They are dragging a woman, forcing her into the center of the gathering. They announce that she was caught in the act of adultery. Citing the ancient law of Moses, they demand the immediate, lethal punishment of death by stoning. The mob's focus isn't on the woman or the law. She is the bait in a confrontation designed to challenge Jesus' authority in front of his followers. This is a binary trap. The situation is constructed so that any direct answer leads to a specific, catastrophic failure. We can map the two outcomes here. Look at option A. If he agrees to the execution, he violates Roman law, because the occupying Romans held the exclusive legal right to carry out capital punishment. He also loses his reputation as a teacher of mercy. Staying with the diagram, look at option B. If he says to let her go, he contradicts the law of Moses. That identifies him as a heretic and a rebel to the Jewish authorities. The two laws have been set in direct opposition, and he is standing in the middle. If he speaks, the mob gets the evidence they need to arrest him. The courtyard goes quiet. The men standing over him wait for the single sentence they expect will end his ministry. Instead of answering, he moves. He slowly bends down, lowering his body toward the stone floor, ignoring his accusers. Reaching out a finger, he begins to trace lines into the loose dust on the ground. This physical shift changes the geometry of the confrontation. By looking at the ground instead of the mob, he is no longer engaging with their timeline or their anger. This is a textbook example of what we now call strategic de-escalation. The first tactic is breaking the power dynamic. When an attacker leads with aggression, they expect a defensive reaction. By refusing to provide that friction, he neutralizes their momentum. This graph illustrates the effect of the second tactic, removing eye contact. Breaking a direct gaze diffuses the neurological triggers that sustain high-conflict situations. The third tactic is weaponizing the pause. By remaining silent, he transfers the psychological burden of the encounter from himself back onto the attackers. The crowd's attention is hijacked. They came to watch a trial, but now they are focused on the confusion of what is being written in the dirt. He didn't just dodge the trap, he dismantled the psychological environment that allowed the trap to exist. There is one historical detail missing from every account of this event: the actual words written in the dirt. The specific letters don't actually matter to the strategic outcome of the moment. The act of writing was a physical manifestation of his refusal to acknowledge a rigged premise. The lesson is that authority isn't always demonstrated by winning an argument. Sometimes it is demonstrated by the discipline to refuse the argument entirely. You see these same dynamics in modern environments, from high-stakes negotiations to digital conflicts on social media. People will attempt to force you into a binary choice, hoping a panicked reaction will damage your position. The countermove is to find your own version of the dust. Create a deliberate psychological circuit breaker, a pause that stops the escalation before you respond. The most effective response to a trap is silence. By simply refusing to answer on their timeline, you dictate the terms of the engagement on your own.